Would you believe me if I told you that by this time next week, you could already be losing body fat without spending hours in the gym? Sounds fake, right? Well, what if I also told you that you can actually trick your body into burning more fat while you're asleep? Because we've all been told that the only way to lose weight is to suffer. Hours of cardio, boring meals, and workouts that make you question every life decision. Yeah, no thanks. So I skipped the treadmill, grabbed my laptop, and started digging through the science instead. And after digging through studies and expert advice, I found science-backed hacks that help your body burn more fat naturally. So before you fall for another fake diet or impossible workout plan, let's get into the hacks that actually work. Sleep and overnight fat burning. Why sleeping cold can help you burn more fat. Brown fat is a special type of fat that actually burns energy instead of storing it. When you sleep in a cooler room, your body has to work a little harder to stay warm. That's when brown fat gets activated. It helps burn energy while you sleep. Cooler rooms lead to more natural calorie burn. Warm rooms lead to more storage mode. It's a small change, but your body notices temperature more than you think. Another thing people miss is that this helps your body use energy better at night. Instead of always using new food energy, your body can start using stored fat while you sleep. It also connects to metabolic flexibility, which just means how easily your body switches between burning food and burning fat. A cooler sleep can help that switch happen more smoothly. But this is not a shortcut. It's just a small extra boost in the background that supports fat loss when your habits are already good. Now that we're talking about temperature, don't sleep on cold showers. Cold showers for fat loss. When your body gets exposed to cold, it has to work a bit harder to stay warm, which can slightly increase energy use and activate a type of brown fat linked to heat production. It's not a magic fat loss tool, but it can be a simple habit that supports your routine, boosts alertness, and makes you feel more energized after. But girlies, quick warning, I don't mean freezing cold water. I mean cool to lukewarm water, something you can actually tolerate and stay consistent with. Why eating before bed changes fat burning. When you eat late at night, your body is still in food mode when you go to sleep. That keeps insulin higher for longer, which makes it harder for your body to switch into fat-burning mode. So instead of fully recovering overnight, your system is still busy processing food in the background. But when you finish eating earlier, your body has time to calm down before sleep, and that makes the overnight fat-burning switch happen more naturally. It's not about being perfect with timing, just not going straight from a big meal into bed. But girl, I'm not saying you should starve before bed. This is exactly why the slow protein trick for nighttime fat burn works so well. Slow protein that helps your body overnight. What you eat at night can actually support fat loss instead of stopping it. Slow digesting proteins like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or a casein shake are popular for a reason. They break down slowly through the night, releasing amino acids little by little while you sleep. It helps protect muscle while you sleep, doesn't spike insulin like many late-night snacks, and can support fat loss when used as part of a healthy diet. And this is why people use it in fat loss phases, because your body is still getting what it needs, without staying in a heavy food processing state. So yes, this is one bedtime snack that actually understood the assignment. Your phone could be slowing fat loss. If you're scrolling TikTok until your eyes hurt, this one's for you. Blue light from your phone can lower melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. When melatonin is delayed, your sleep usually isn't as deep, and that's when your body misses out on some of its best recovery and fat-burning processes. So if you can, try putting your phone down a little earlier. Your For You page will still be there tomorrow, but your sleep can't pause and wait for you. How stress makes you store belly fat. Ever notice how everything feels harder when you're stressed? Your body feels it too. When you're stressed before bed, your cortisol levels stay higher. Over time, high cortisol can make it harder to lose fat, especially around the belly. So before bed, try doing something that helps you relax, like a few minutes of stretching, meditation, or deep breathing. But relaxing is only half the story. Your body also loves a routine. Fixed sleep schedule. Why a consistent sleep schedule helps you burn more fat. One of the best things you can do for fat loss is simply going to bed at the same time every night. Your body loves routine, and a consistent sleep schedule helps you get more deep sleep. That's important because deep sleep is when your body releases the most growth hormone, which helps with recovery and supports overnight fat burning. If your sleep is constantly interrupted or your bedtime is all over the place, you miss out on a lot of those benefits. Sometimes, burning more fat starts with getting better sleep. Exercise and metabolism. The workout that keeps burning calories. Not all workouts stop working when you leave the gym. HIIT, or high-intensity interval training, pushes your body so hard that it keeps burning calories even after your workout is over. This is called the afterburn effect. It's especially effective for targeting stubborn belly fat and can burn more fat than long sessions of steady cardio. So even when you're back on the couch, your body is still putting in the work. Why strength training is so important. If your goal is to lose fat, don't skip the weights. Strength training builds muscle, and the more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns throughout the day, even when you're just resting. It helps you build shape, not just lose weight. Home workouts, no gym needed. You don't actually need a gym to get results. Home workouts can be just as effective when you stay consistent. Even small sessions at home can add up over time. You can move while watching TV, during breaks, or whenever you have a few minutes. The goal isn't a perfect routine, it's making movement part of your everyday life, so your body stays active without it feeling like a chore. Deep core training. Deep core training targets the muscles deep inside your stomach that support your posture and tighten your midsection. Think of it as the muscles that keep your whole stomach pulled in without you even trying. Pilates is a great example of this kind of training because it focuses on control, posture, and activating those deeper muscles most workouts miss. So now that you've seen the different types, the real results come when you combine them. Why you need all three for fat loss. Real fat loss doesn't come from just one type of workout. It comes from combining different styles that hit your body in different ways. HIIT pushes your body into that afterburn mode where you keep burning calories even after the workout is done. Resistance training builds muscle, which raises your daily calorie burn over time. And walking keeps your body using fat steadily throughout the day without stressing it out. So instead of picking just one, the real results come when they work together. I started doing shorter HIIT sessions, added some resistance training twice a week, and made walking part of my daily routine. And honestly, I've never felt better. The crazy part is, even though my workouts were shorter than before, my waist started changing way more than I expected. It wasn't just weight loss, it actually felt like my body was getting tighter and more defined over time. Beginner workout system. Start simple. Squats, push-ups, planks. Then level it up. Dumbbell squats, a rows, a Russian twist. And here's the key, you don't need long sessions. Even 10 to 15 minutes is enough when you stay consistent. Rest and recovery. You don't need to train every day. 3 to 4 workouts per week is more than enough. Rest is where your body actually improves. That's when muscles recover, grow, and your risk of injury goes down. I know some of you girlies don't just want to stop at losing weight. You want the snatched version, a defined waist, visible abs, and a more shaped hourglass body. That's exactly why I started doing these. Body shape psychology. Build your glutes. An hourglass shape is all about balance, waist, hips, and shoulders working together. A lot of people only focus on the waist, but that alone won't create that full, curvy shape. To actually build your glutes and shape your lower body, focus on moves like hip thrusts, glute bridges, side leg raises. These help activate and grow your glutes so your body looks more lifted, shaped, and defined over time. Why squats alone aren't enough. Your glutes have different parts, and they all do different things. Squats are great, but they mainly work your front thighs more than your glutes. That's why side glute exercises matter. They help build more shape and curves instead of just leg strength. Fat loss and body sculpting. To lose fat, you can actually target muscle groups to build the shape you want in your body. After trying every workout routine there possibly is, the top 4 lower body exercises that gave me the most visible gains were hip thrusts, Bulgarian split squats, weighted squats, and Romanian deadlifts. The real key is not doing random workouts, it's actually sticking to a few exercises and getting stronger at them over time. That's what forces your body to adapt, build muscle, and change shape. And for my chubby face girlies, I feel you, but consistency changes everything. When you stay consistent with training, your overall body fat goes down, and your features will reach their full potential, girl, and you'll not only get a snatched waist, but also a sharp jawline. But girl, working out will only get you so far. If you want to unlock 100% of your dream body, you have to start paying attention to what you eat too. Nutrition and fat loss. The foods that help fight belly fat. One easy way to upgrade your meals is by adding more colorful fruits and vegetables. Foods like carrots, spinach, tomatoes, peppers, pumpkin, and sweet potatoes are packed with natural plant compounds that your body actually responds to. These are called carotenoids, and research suggests they may help activate fat-burning processes in the body, reduce stubborn visceral fat, and support metabolism, even without changing your calorie intake. Plus, they're naturally nutrient-dense and lower in calories, which makes them a smart choice if your goal is fat loss. Why green tea is so popular. Green tea has become a favorite for a reason. It contains natural compounds called catechins, which may help your body burn fat a little more efficiently and support a healthy metabolism. If you want to try it, go for loose leaf or natural green tea when you can. Some tea bags have been found to release tiny plastic particles into hot water, so choosing loose leaf tea is an easy way to avoid that. It's not a miracle drink, but having a cup of green tea each day can be a simple habit to add alongside a healthy diet and regular exercise. Listen to your body. Instead of following strict diet rules, start paying more attention to your body. Eat when you're actually hungry, and stop when you feel satisfied instead of completely stuffed. Learning to recognize your hunger and fullness cues can make healthy eating feel much more natural. Slow down while you eat. If you eat too fast, it's easy to overeat without even realizing it. Your brain needs about 20 minutes to recognize that you're full, so slowing down, chewing your food, and taking your time can help you feel satisfied with less. Fork down technique. Put your fork down between bites. It creates natural pauses and helps interrupt unconscious fast eating. The 80% full rule. Instead of eating until you're completely full, try stopping when you feel comfortably satisfied. Stopping a bit earlier can help prevent overeating without leaving you hungry. One of my favorite fat loss tricks is volume eating. Instead of eating tiny portions that leave you hungry, swap high-calorie foods for lower-calorie foods that take up more space on your plate. Enjoy larger portions without eating a ton of extra calories. Easy portion control tricks. One simple trick is using a smaller plate. Your meal looks bigger, which can help you feel satisfied with less food. Another tip is to avoid keeping your kitchen full of tempting snacks. When they're always within reach, it's much easier to eat out of habit instead of hunger. The plate color trick. This one surprised me. The color of your plate can actually affect how much you eat. Bright colors like red and yellow are often used in fast food restaurants because they can make food feel more exciting and encourage you to eat more. If you're trying to lose weight, try using a blue plate instead. Blue is a color we don't usually associate with food, so it may help you eat a little more mindfully. It's a small trick, but every little habit can add up. Meal prep and food control. Cooking at home gives you full control over what actually goes into your food. Meal prep doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. Even simple meals you make regularly can make healthy eating way easier to stick to over time. And honestly, learning a few basic cooking skills is what makes fat loss actually sustainable long-term. The timing trick for fat loss. This is when you only eat during a set part of the day, like daytime hours, and don't eat outside that window. It gives your body longer breaks between meals, which can naturally reduce how much you eat without needing strict dieting rules. Sugar control. Sugar can make fat loss harder, because when you eat too much of it, your body is more likely to store extra energy instead of using it. That's why many people try to reduce added sugar in their daily routine. Cut sugary drinks, fastest win. One of the quickest changes you can make is cutting down sugary drinks. Things like soda, sweet coffee drinks, and bottled smoothies can add a lot of hidden sugar without you noticing. Instead, try simple swaps like water with lemon or mint, or unsweetened plant-based milk like almond or oat milk with no added sugar. Hormones and fat storage. Your hormones play a big role in where your body stores fat. High sugar intake and insulin resistance can push more fat storage toward the abdominal area, and hormonal imbalance can also affect how your body distributes fat overall. This is why lifestyle habits like sleep, food quality, and stress control all work together. Psychology and eating habits. Eat with your other hand. One simple trick is eating with your non-dominant hand, so your less used hand. It feels a bit awkward at first, and that's the point. It slows you down without you even trying. When you eat slower, you're more likely to notice when you're actually full, which can naturally help reduce overeating without changing your diet. Appetite suppression through scent. Certain scents can sometimes help reduce cravings and make hunger feel less intense. Things like peppermint, citrus like lemon, or even green tea or herbal scents like eucalyptus can help interrupt craving cycles, especially at night when you're more likely to snack out of habit rather than real hunger. It's not a replacement for food, but it can be a simple tool to support better control over cravings. Self-worth motivation. Don't lose weight because you hate your body. Do it because you want to feel stronger, healthier, more confident, and more comfortable in yourself. Reject the idea that something is wrong with you because, girl, I know you're already stunning. If you like this breakdown, comment what topic you want next, and I'll go full detective mode and break it down just like this for you. And if you want even more glow-up tips without spending money, don't stop here. Click this video next. Stay fabulous, keep glowing, and I'll see you in the next one.